In video number 4, we discussed what was opportunity cost and the calculation of marginal opportunity cost, or the MRT, which is otherwise also called the slope of the PPC. In this video number 5, we are going to discuss certain points about PPC. Certain questions arise in our mind when we see that PPC is concave in shape to the origin and it is downward sloping. Now the question that comes to the mind is, can this PPC be a straight line? And the second question is, can PPC shift to the right or left? The answer is yes. PPC can be a straight line and PPC can shift either to right or to left. Very interestingly, it can even rotate. So let's see how it happens. All right. So when the marginal rate of transformation or marginal opportunity cost is constant, then we can find the MRT or the MOC to be a straight line. Let's discuss this with the help of an example. What do you mean by constant? It is to produce an additional unit of good X. Same units of good Y are sacrificed. To produce an additional unit of good X, same units of good Y are sacrificed. Let's see good X and good Y. As we learnt earlier, all the resources can be used to produce good Y, or all the resources can be used to produce good X. Now we are sacrificing one unit of good Y to produce one unit of good X. Further, we forgo one more unit of good Y to produce another unit of good X. Further still, we are sacrificing one more unit of good Y to produce another unit of good X. So this continues till the end. We are foregoing one unit of good Y to produce one unit of good X. So the marginal rate of transformation, or MOC, can be calculated as, with the formula that we learnt, delta Y by delta X. So how much are we foregoing? One unit of Y to produce one unit of X at every stage. So what is delta Y by delta X? 1. Delta Y is equal to 1 and delta X is equal to 1. So this will be equal to 1. So when it is constant, then the graph will be a straight line. So 0, 5, these are the ones, 0, 5. Then we have 1, 4, so 1 and 4. Then we have 2 and 3, so 2 and 3. 3 and 2, so 3 and 2. 4, 1, 4 is to 1, 5 is to 0. So we join all the points, you get a downward sloping straight line. When does this happen? This happens when the slope is constant. When the slope, or MRT, is constant. Now the second question we had in our mind was whether the PPC shifts to the right or left. And we said yes, it can be shifted. Now the shift depends on resources and secondly technology. What are the resources? Labor, capital goods are the resources. What are capital goods? These are used to produce goods, okay, machines, tools, etc. Then technology. This technology can be very new. If it is new, we can produce more units of goods. And or outdated or obsolete. In economics, we call them obsolete. Obsolete means outdated technology. If the technology is outdated, we will produce less of the goods. Okay. Now let us see how it shifts based on these two criteria, the resources and technology. Now in a normal case, the PPC is a concave shaped curve and downward sloping. Now if resources increase, that means if we employ more number of people, will the production go up? Will the output go up? Yes. So this will shift outward or to the right. When resources increase, or let us say labor increase. or capital goods increase. See, this PPC talks about only the possibility of production with the given resources and technology. If they are utilized efficiently, then we lie on the PPC. But within the PPC, if they are not utilized or underutilized or inefficiency. Okay. Now, we are increasing our labor or capital goods, so we will move out in the right direction, away from the PPC, away from the, let us say, origin. In case resources or technology are reduced, we will move inside. But that is only an imaginary situation. Nobody, reduces the resources or uses an outdated technology. Everybody tries to improve on the output. Everybody tries to earn more, let us say, profits. So you will increase your output. So hence we will move outward. However, this is only for theoretical study, that in case the resources or technology are reduced, then we will move inside or to the leftward. Okay. Now, let us understand the shift in this PPC with respect to a single good. So, we are considering X over here and we are considering Y over here. Suppose the resources for good X increase. Then what will happen to the PPC? Here we will increase the production of X from here, let us say X1 to X2. So in that case, the PPC will be like this. Here at Y, we are not changing because resources of Y to produce Y remain constant, and we are increasing the resources for producing X. So it will rotate to the right. Okay. Now in case we increase the resources to produce Y, this is the normal PPC. If we increase the resources to produce Y, that means we can increase the production of Y or output of Y, X remaining constant. In that case, the PPC will be like this and it will shift outward like this. Okay. Now, in case the technology increases, for X, it is going to move out like this. If the technology improves only for the production of Y, also it will move upward like this. The reverse will happen if the technology for X or Y reduces. If it reduces, it will move inside. If it reduces, it will move downward. That means leftward. So always remember, whenever there is an improvement, whenever there is a growth, it will move to the right. So growth means move to the right. And reduction in that would mean reduction in the production of some units of any of these goods X or Y would mean that we will be shifting towards the left. Okay. Now with respect to what we have learnt now, let us discuss 3 value questions. The first one is the Clean India Mission, or let us say Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Clean India Mission or Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. What is this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan? Does it have any effect on the production possibility curve of an economy? Yes. Cleanliness ensures that people are living a better health. So what happens here? They will refrain from being absent from work. This will raise efficiency and country's production potential. So the PPC will move to the right because now we are able to produce more. Alright. The second one is Make in India. Make in India, that is brought out by our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. What happens when Make in India is brought in? Does it have any effect on the PPC? This signifies what is Make in India is that calling the foreign producers to produce in India. So this will again lead to an increase in the resources and raises the production potential. So what will happen? Again it will move to the right. The third one is education for all. Education for all, which is what? Which is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So if education is provided, we improve the skill of the person. So when skills raise, production potential also increases, and again it will move upward or rightward. All right. Now every time we are talking about the production possibility, we are talking about two different time periods. One time period when the production possibility curve is here. Let us say this is T1, production possibility curve for the production possibility P1. And after some time, let us say technology is improving or resources are increasing, then the PPC is moving towards the right. We discussed three situations: Clean India Mission, Make in India, Education for All, and all that. So that's another time period. So the PPC moved to the right. This also we learned. So let us say this is the production possibility curve of time period 2 and call it T2. Okay. Now this is on production possibility P2 and this is production possibility on P1. We also have this A1 and A2 where goods are produced. Now, here what will be the actual output in period P1 and P2? Let us say there is an economic growth over the two periods. Then what point will represent an increase in the growth or economic growth? So those who are interested in answering can put them in the comment section. Okay.